So now the $1 million question. How, under all these circumstances, do you expect me as a woman to be productive? I'm deprived of everything. I can't leave home. I cannot take my hijab off. I cannot mix with men. So how do you want me to be productive? This is a very strange question. A woman is either married or unmarried. There is no third category. So if she's unmarried, she has to, in order to be productive, serve her parents, take good care of them. And that would be one of her greatest jobs and roles in Islam. Once she's dutiful to them, Allah is pleased with her. Now, after being dutiful, if she has enough time, she can engage in activities that do not go against her Islamic commitment. So she can learn, she can teach, she can write, she can work in relief jobs, she can do da'wah, providing that the Islamic rules are followed. What Islamic rules? There is no free mixing. She's not compromising her hijab, and she's not traveling without a mahram. Very simple. If she's married, then her biggest role is to take care of her husband and of her children. Taking care of her husband means that her husband would go and be productive for the whole community. And when he comes back home, he has a safe haven. He has a paradise to return to re-energize, and then go back again and fight and struggle for the whole country, for the whole community, and for the religion. As for the children, when she takes care of them, when she raises them, when she teach, imagine, you teach 5 of your children the Fatiha and how to pray. And from there on, you sleep every night while your meter is ticking every time they pray or recite the Fatiha. When they say their adhkar, you taught them. They are also accredited to you every single day. When you teach them how to be kind, how to be truthful, how to give charity, and they do this even after your death, it is ticking. What more productive you want to be? Still, Sheikh, I don't think that this is enough. Taking care of my husband, he's big and fat, he's ugly. This doesn't matter. You're doing it for the sake of Allah. And the children, Sheikh, they're so nagging and so abusive and so rude and disobedient. You're doing it for the sake of Allah. Now imagine Khadijah, may Allah be pleased with her. A specimen of women that cannot come back again. She was the wife of the Prophet ﷺ. And he was blessed to have 6 children from her. 2 boys who died and 4 girls who continued to live after she died. She raised them, and she raised Fatima, who was one of the 4 great mistresses of Jannah. The Prophet said many men were perfect and complete. Among the women, only 4 women were perfect and complete, and they are the mistresses of Jannah. Who are they? Asiya, the wife of Pharaoh. Mary, the mother of Jesus. Khadijah, the wife of our Prophet ﷺ, and Fatima, her daughter. She raised those. What bigger role can she play? Yet, she never complained. Yet, Jibreel once came and said to the Prophet ﷺ, Khadijah is coming and she's bringing some food. Tell her that Allah gives her salam. And Allah Azza wa Jal gives her the glad tiding of a house, of a mansion in Jannah made of a pearl. In this mansion, she will never become tired and she would never hear loud noises. Scholars said, why these 2 reasons? They said, because in dunya, whenever the Prophet came home, ﷺ, she would never allow him to even lift a spoon. He would never work, he would never wash the dishes, he would never clean, he would never cook, he would never take care of the children. You sit like a king, be treated like a king. This is my role as a wife. So she would never work in Jannah because she did all the work in the dunya. And she would never hear loud noises because when he came home, she would never ever nag him. Why are you half an hour late? Where is the milk? Where is the eggs? Every time I tell you to bring something, you never bring it. Why are you always doing this? You're always on your mobile. Come and speak to me. Come talk to me. I need some time. Your mother called and she insulted me. A'udhu billah. I just came back from work. Woman, give me 5 minutes to rest. You're always complaining that you're not resting. I'm here sitting between 4 walls, doing nothing, and you're enjoying yourself, driving the car, going places and meeting people. And you're coming at 1 o'clock a.m. every night. Why do you think I come at 1 o'clock a.m.? I'm running away from you. Seriously, if I had something that would attract me to the house, I would have stayed. But you're always nagging. So this is what Khadijah gets. And obeys her husband. She will enter Jannah. Only these 4 things. Game over. Now, I'm not saying that obeying your husband is an easy thing. It's difficult. And sometimes it is annoying. But this is your test from Allah. 4 things you do, you go to Jannah. We men, we have so much on our bucket list. If you sit home and you take care of your kids, your children would create miracles. And you can do that as a mother. The mother of Sufyan al-Thawri, one of the great narrators of hadith and scholars of Islam, his mother said to him when he was 5 years of age, you take care of knowledge and I will do all the work and make clothes and make fabric and sell it, and you don't have to work. You just learn and become a alim. And she used to tell him, my son, every time you learn 10 ahadith, look and analyze. If this improved you and made you a better person, that's good. Keep on. If not, then this is against you and it will be bad for you. The mother of Ahmad ibn Hanbal. Ahmad ibn Hanbal was in his mother's womb when his father died. She was the one who took care of him and raised him up. Until he was 70 years of age, he always remembers her and tells his congregation, no one took care of me like my mother. Every time he goes for Fajr, he makes dua for her. Why? He says, she used to wake me up when I was a child, warms the water for me in the cold days in Baghdad to make wudu. Then she walks with me to the masjid, waits for me outside until I pray and come out. Because she wanted to be sure that I reach the masjid safely. And if the army patrol was walking, she made sure that I walked with them and went to the masjid. And she says, stay in the masjid, learn the lessons and come back safely when it is morning. When you say or hear the stories of Rabi'atul Ra'i. Rabi'atul Ra'i was one of the tabi'een. One of his most famous students is Imam Malik ibn Anas, Imam of Darul Hijrah. Who was Rabi'a? Rabi'a was also in his mother's womb. When his father left to fight with the Muslim army up east. So he left his wife in Medina, left with her 30,000 dinar, not dirham, a huge fortune. And he left. 27 years he did not return to Medina. They did not have WhatsApp to communicate. They did not have any forms of communication. So he went, but she knew that he was alive and he was fighting and he was well. And she took care of her son, taking him to the masjid, taking him to the companions of the Prophet who were left, like Anas ibn Malik and other companions, to learn from them and hear the hadith. She took him to students of knowledge like Salim ibn Abdullah, and took him to this tabi'i and this imam, and until he became one of the greatest imams of Medina. 27 years later, the man came. His name is Abu Abdurrahman Farrukh. He went straight to his home, opened the door and entered, only to find this Rabi'a in his face. So he's a soldier. He took hold of him and wanted to fight. What are you doing in my house? You are here with my wife. You're betraying my wife. And the man, the boy, says, what are you doing here breaking into my house? You want to attack my mother? And they started to fight. And all the people came from Medina to break up the fight. And the woman was inside. She was in her quarters. When the men, including Imam Malik and the other scholars came, said, who are you, man? What are you doing in this house? You can live anywhere else. Why are you coming and intruding on this man's house. They know their friend Rabi'a. They don't know this guy who left 27 years ago. He says, my name is Abu Abdurrahman Farrukh and this is my house. When the woman heard his name, she came out and she says, he's my husband and he's your son. So they embraced and they kissed and they reconnected with one another. And it was time for salah. So Rabi'a went to the masjid of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. So Farrukh asked his wife, where's my money? I brought with me 4,000 dirham, but where's my 30,000 dirham? I'm a rich man, I want to do something. She said, I buried it. So go to the masjid. After the salat, I will bring it to you. So the man went. When he went to the masjid, prayed, he saw a big circle of knowledge. And dignitaries and scholars are sitting, listening to that man. Who is this man? He came close, 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 and then he found his son. He was shocked to find his son, one of the greatest scholars of Islam, Rabi'atul Ra'i. He was filled with pride. So he went home and he told his wife about what he had seen. She told him, the money you've spent, I spent it all on teaching your son. The man said, this is money well spent. Imagine this fortune gone, but it did not evaporate. It materialized in one of the greatest scholars of Islam, known as Rabi'atul Ra'i, and it is enough that he's the Sheikh of Imam Malik ibn Anas. This is what you as a woman can do. You can do wonders. You can do miracles if you abide by the Sharia, by the Quran and Sunnah, and submit your will to Allah Azza wa Jal. There are so many things to be discussed, but if you manage to just do the basics, do your Quran hifz. Not only hifz and memorize it, because we will have an extra copy of the Quran. Do your memorizing and understanding of the tafsir, of tadabbur, what Allah wants of me. Am I being someone who understands and knows what's happening? Then implement this in your life, in your loved ones, in your siblings, in your community, and get married, and if you're not married, to someone who's practicing, who fears Allah, and make this the beginning of a beautiful community based on Quran and Sunnah, with children ready to be imams of Islam and ready to be the people who fight for the cause of Allah Azza wa Jalla.